Your story is your story. My voice, my story, my journey. I share. It's SA Awareness and Prevention Month, but this can really be applied to anything. Healing journey, story, trauma, grief, loss, whatever it is, because we're talking about validation and being able to ask for validation healthily and how we know when to offer ourselves validation, right? Remember, I'm not a professional, I'm not licensed, I'm just a human being who's going through it, and y'all have Google at your fingertips. You can educate yourselves at your leisure. So you only know your story and the other person who was there. And so I want to be the first one, hopefully, or hopefully not, to tell you that I am genuinely sorry if you have told your story and someone gave the abuser the benefit of the doubt. I am genuinely sorry that if you were telling your story, that someone questioned your morals of why you're telling the story. And I am genuinely sorry if when you shared your story that someone wasn't compassionate, empathetic, or just listening. Because nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves any of that. And there are some of us who know it all too well. And it hurts. But I want you to know that it's not your fault. Right? Because our stories are our stories. That, like they say, what I've been through, what doesn't kill you, make you stronger and all this stuff. And it's like, you see all these things and it's fine. There's nothing that's not true. They all ring a certain bell. But I'm like, my life, my voice, my story, my journey, what I've been through, the attempts that I've had, 8 of them, to finally realize that that's the last thing I want to do is unalive myself, because then that's going to shut me up for real. And I got a lot of tea. This is my story. And so when we're talking about this and we say no victim blaming, no victim shaming, doesn't mean it doesn't happen. The ones that are doing it should be quite embarrassed with themselves, especially when they're questioning the moral of why you're speaking out. During Domestic Violence Awareness, quick side note, story time. So in the Domestic Violence and Prevention Month, I do all the stuff for that, and I was telling my story, and somebody had commented, and I don't know who she is, but this is how it went. She had commented and said, "This is garbage, you shouldn't be putting this on here." And so, I responded. I was like, I can handle your comment, but others may not. So please be mindful. Your words can end a life or save a life. And it just kind of sat there. People don't usually know how to respond to that. I don't know what they're expecting from me. And she deleted her comment and re-commented and said, "I thought about what you said, and I had to reflect on why I felt that way." And then she went on to say, "I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and I'm currently in a process legally that just has me down. And I believe that listening to your story triggered something in me. And then your response is what helped me realize that." She put that in the comments, and I got screenshots, but y'all, you know. And so if you see this, ma'am, and that is the best thing ever, you see, because we're all about that accountability, because we're not perfect, right? And so when your story is your story, that's your story. You deserve to tell it. People deserve to hear it. And guess what? If they don't want to hear it, they don't have to. I'll be over here talking. I don't know who's listening to me. I started going live. I still don't know if anybody listens to me. I don't think anybody's there half the time. But hey, exposure is exposure, right? So just know that I see you and I hear you. Just know that we are in it together. You're not the only one. It was not your fault. I don't care how it happened. It still wasn't your fault. And I don't care what category it falls under, because it still wasn't your fault. All right? I love you.